Hello, everyone. Welcome to Talking Reds, and we have a fun one for you right now. It is Liverpool and Real Madrid combined 11 all time. But when I say all time, it's what me and Cam have actually seen with our eyes. Obviously, I'm too young for Kenny Dalglish, too young for Graham Souness, too young for these players. We're going to choose players that we've seen ourselves for Real Madrid and Liverpool on Champions League night, just before the Liverpool Real Madrid game tonight. Will any Liverpool players or Real Madrid players that are playing now get in the team? Who knows? Let's go on to it. This is all going to be off the cuff. Me and Cam picking our combined 11 between Real Madrid and Liverpool all time. What is your Real Madrid Liverpool team of all time? Do you agree with what we're going to about to say? Get involved in the comments and please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and get your notification bells on as well. So let's start with the first and foremost place we can get. We'll have discussions about this as well, though, Cam. Don't just chuck out a name. We'll have a proper discussion about this. Who deserves a shout out as well in terms of keepers and stuff like that. So keeper, where we're starting. Is it an obvious one?
You go first, go on. Who are you saying?
Casillas, quite obvious.
Alisson for me.
Really? Wow, I was going to say I'll shout out Alisson, but
Casillas has had the more success, trophies, etc. Very top goalkeeper. But couple of things. One, I don't know if you heard back in like 2012-13, one of the directors of Real Madrid said he was never good enough to play for Real Madrid. Something along the lines of that. I'll find the article. He was a great goalkeeper.
you can have Real Madrid fans coming from this channel already.
I'm trying to boost the viewing for you. Maybe not. No, but I just think Alisson is the Messi of goalkeepers. I think him and Neuer are the most complete goalkeepers I've seen in my lifetime.
I hear it. Yeah, I hear it.
Yeah, so like, listen, if you talk about success, you've got to give it to Casillas. But if you're talking about like in every area of goalkeeping, there's not one area I think Casillas beats him. He's not a better shot stopper. He's not better at one-on-ones than
shot stopping. Class. Casillas for class at shot stopping.
Class, but so was Alisson's.
I know Alisson is. That's what I'm saying. Alisson is, but
we're saying like 13 to 15 goals a season to Liverpool when he's fit. Obviously, listen. You said if somebody said Casillas, I'm not going to think, oh, that's outrageous. But I think for me,
I'll let the viewers decide this one, guys. Me and Cam try and agree on. We probably will agree on most of the things I'm going to say, but I'll let you guys at home decide on that one. Casillas or Alisson, and I'm a big advocate of Alisson. Like Alisson to me is one of the most complete keeper I've ever seen.
Just do me a favour. Just don't factor team achievements.
I don't. If I did,
I think Gerrard the others.
Yeah, I know what I mean. I know what you mean, but I'm seeing Casillas as well, just because of what I've seen in Casillas. It was unbelievable. It was a big part of why Real Madrid even won anything back in the day as well. Yeah, because I wouldn't put team achievements onto anything because I backed Gerrard in every single debate, and he didn't get much team achievements. I don't think the team achievements really shows what kind of player someone is as much. It depends on the team around him. Anyway, so I'll go Casillas, you go Alisson. So right back then. Let's go right back.
There's some really good ones down the history. There's the current right back that's at Real Madrid who's injured. What's his name?
Carvajal, yeah.
Carvajal just escaped me. There's Salgado. But I think Trent is generational. So I think I would go with Trent.
Would you classify Ramos as a right back as well? Because he played right back quite a bit.
He's in my team, but he's not at right back.
Fair enough.
So
I might agree with you on Trent this time. I do agree with you on Trent. I'm trying to think who else could have been right back for them. Mikel Salgado was a player, but yeah, I'm going to go Trent on that. And there's a reason why Real Madrid want Trent, and the reason is because he's the best right back in the world right now. Centre backs then. Is it an obvious two? Is there anyone else that can have a shout between these two?
No, I think you've got. If you're asking me, it'll be Ramos. I mean, they've had some really good centre backs. They've had who's the guy that played for Bolton? I forgot his name now. Hierro.
Bolton. Yep.
Fernando Hierro.
Cannavaro.
They've had Cannavaro, but I don't think he was the best version of Cannavaro.
No, Juventus version, but still, they've had him.
They've had a good Varane.
Yep.
But for me, it's Sergio Ramos who's one of the greatest centre backs of all time.
Yep.
With another one who I think is the greatest centre back of all time. Verge. So those two go into my centre back reckoning.
Anyone at Liverpool have a shout out? Maybe Sami Hyypiä. This is probably the only shout out. He's not going to get in there, but he's shouting them out in terms of did all right in Europe as well.
I would say he was, for me, loved Sammy, but he was a level below because he didn't have the pace.
Yeah. Okay.
So for me, a fair comparison would be to him and Matip. They are.
I get that. Yeah, I like that. I like that comparison. I do like that comparison. Yeah.
They are level. There's a level below.
Yeah, he'll better in the air than Matip, but he won't better on the ground than Matip. Probably similar players though. So Virgil and Ramos, I don't think anyone at home would probably argue that either, if I'm honest. If you are arguing that, please get it in the comments. Get your player in there. And don't you dare say Kyriakos either, whoever is commenting on this channel.
Warrior.
He is my worst nightmare. Right, left back. Obviously Robbo's probably our shout up there. He's probably the best left back. Zolan Reese that's probably behind that, but he's nowhere near Robbo's level. But again, is it an obvious one? Real Madrid?
Carlos, Roberto.
And this is also a shout out to Marcelo as well, but unlucky Marcelo. But Carlos is the better left back right now.
Carlos is one of the legends of football. Marcelo, another elite left back. Robertson for us before the flogging was very elite as well.
Who would you say behind Carlos? Would you say Robert or Marcelo? That's a debate to have.
Sorry, say that again?
Who would you say behind Carlos? So Carlos are number one, both of us together. Who would you say is next in line, Robert or Marcelo?
Marcelo, probably.
Fair enough. I'd say Robert. I'd say Robert, I mean, personally. I think he went to a different level.
Robert was I think we're splitting
hairs
here, right?
Yeah.
But for me, first is Carlos, then Marcelo, then Robbo. If you switch the 2 and 3 around, no problem.
So we are agreed on our back line in terms of Trent, Ramos, Van Dijk, and Roberto Carlos, alongside Iker Becker or Alisson Casillas, whatever you want to put in net. It's up to you. Right, we'll go 4-3-3 here, so we can get 3 forwards in. Midfield. There's only there's 2 midfielders that are an absolute cert in this, and not even a dream of anyone else getting into this apart from these 2 in terms of solidarity. And that's Gerrard and Zidane.
Yes, I've made a note of them as well. Yeah, but there's another one who I think is you can't take out.
Luka.
Modric. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Well, so that's. But there is some decent players to pick from. If I'm honest.
Yeah, for Real Madrid, you've got
even like Guti back in the day. Guti was fucking unreal.
Cruz was another one, which was a top player.
Yeah.
Liverpool and Real, they've had Alonso.
Yeah.
He was a top player. Trying to think who else they had in midfield, which was an absolute baller.
Did it? Tell you, good for him. This is a random one, but Julio Baptista was really good for him when he played like a Kam sort of player, didn't he? But he won't.
But he's not.
It's not in these conversations. I'm just saying, shouting him out a little bit in terms of what I've seen.
Yeah,
even Casemiro. Casemiro was pretty decent at Real Madrid. Obviously, his Man United days are not looking amazing.
Yeah, if you said to me Casemiro, but I don't think he gets in front of those 3.
Those 3. I think those 3. Yeah, I think those 3 are probably nailed down to that. Yeah, I don't think anyone else gets really in thinking about it. No, Gerrard, Modric, Zidane. Argue with your mum. That's what I'd say to the viewers on that. If you've got anyone else in mind that can get any of them 3, that's a good midfield. That and Gerrard, Modric in like a double pivot with Zidane sort of in front of him. That's a nice midfield. Honestly, it's fully balanced because it's not defensive side, especially if Gerrard wants to go forward. And Modric isn't defensive, is he? But I think it works as double pivot them 2.
I put Modric as sort of the Pirlo. Like
like Alonso.
And then Gerrard box to box, and then Zidane in front.
Yeah. But yeah, if you've got anyone else that can go in that midfield, I'll say I think Guti's got a good shout as well, but I don't think he's anywhere near the levels of them three. And I think your dog's shouting out Guti there. I don't think he's happy with that midfield for some reason.
Apologies. I think my call just fell.
So moving to the forwards, this is where it gets interesting. This is where probably debates happen now in terms of the forwards.
Who are you going with?
Let's start with the wingers first before we go to striker. And who do you want to get in? Do you want to force someone out wide just to get him in? Possibly. This is difficult. This is hard.
Who you going right wing? Who you going right wing?
See, Salah's right wing, but then Ronaldo's right wing.
I'd go Ronaldo left wing. And I think he was on the left for Real Madrid. He didn't play right wing for Real Madrid.
No, he didn't. No, he went left, didn't he? Did he go left? Was he always on the left, though? Because when Bale came in, Bale went to the left.
No, Bale went to the right. Remember, they were
right, they swapped around. I'm thinking Bale played on the left. I'm sure I've seen Bale on the left plenty of times. But yeah, would you have Salah and Ronaldo then? Is that nailed on as well for you?
Yeah, Ronaldo is one of the top 5-10 players of all time. And Salah, I think, is one of the top 3 Premier League players of all time as well.
Who else has a shout then? Obviously, you got Beckham up there. Real Madrid. Anyone else give a shout out?
Di Maria was very good for them.
Di Maria very good for Real Madrid. Yeah,
was good for them.
Yeah,
Vinny Jr. on the left. They've now got Mbappe as well.
Robinho were good for Real Madrid at the point.
Yeah, but I think those two would be the best in my opinion. Although Gareth Bale was an absolute monster.
He was a monster. I hated playing him. And also the bicycle kick in the Champions League final didn't help either. But
he's the only player I've seen, and I know Gerrard had aged, run away from Gerrard with pace. So I remember we were playing Tottenham, and Gerrard was running as fast as he could, and he couldn't catch him. And the gap was expanding.
That few years of Bale, that 4 or 5 years between the Tottenham bit and into Real Madrid, that Bale was one of the best I've ever seen in terms of player wise. That Champions League run that he had against Inter Milan, it ruined Marcon's career. He ended Marcon's career over them 2 legs, and then went to Real Madrid and he just absolutely ripped it up at Real Madrid. And I don't think he gets the P's he deserves for what he did at Real Madrid. If I'm honest,
I swear to this day that I reckon they didn't. When they were preparing for that match into Milan, whoever had the sort of the video technology or whatever massively effed up. Like, because it might kind of look like he was a deer in headlights. I don't think he realised how quick this guy is.
No.
How powerful.
And how clinical he was. He was very clinical.
Because I think if you know how powerful he is, you adjust yourself, right? And you get protection in and but it was too late. It was like he got caught and it was game over. But amazing player.
That is a big. We will a big shout out to Bale and that, but I think we agreed again on this. Ronaldo, Salah as your wingers, and I think if I'm very honest here, I think we're going to agree on the striker. But there are strikers that we need to shout out here.
There's 2 that we can.
There's two in debate, but I still don't think it's a debate in terms of. It is in a way in terms of longevity, but in terms of like, if I were going to pick one right now, I'd be forced to pick one.
Let's say it together on 3, and let's see what we say, because there's like 2 or 3 options here.
There's only 2. I think there's only 2.
2, 3. Benzema. Oh shit! Yeah, R9. I'll be honest with you. R9 is the greatest of all time.
R9 is the best striker I've ever seen in my life.
But I don't think that was the best version of him. I think Benzema for Real Madrid.
I hear that. He was going to be a shout out for me. And the other one is then Suarez, isn't it?
Suarez as well, but again, the 3.5 years. I think we had 1.5 years of elite from him.
Yeah.
Listen, R9 is for me above Messi and Cristiano, right?
In terms of players, right? Okay.
Players. Maybe Maradona is the only one that you could sort of have over him.
Okay.
But like, I just felt like R9's best years were at Barcelona and Inter Milan. And he was still a monster at Real Madrid. Still a monster at Real Madrid. But Benzema was phenomenal. But listen, I would go with R9. If you said Kam, it's R9. I'd say no problem.
I'd rather
Raul is the other one I was thinking.
I'd rather half it R9 than Ben. This is how good R9 was. Like Benzema's class, Suarez class, but I'd still rather half it R9 over them two.
R9 is in a different stratosphere.
But that's what I thought you were going to say, R9. I thought you were going to say R9. I thought that was quite obvious.
No, I actually forgot about him. But for me, his best years weren't at Real Madrid.
I hear that.
They were still great years.
Some of his best international years were when he was at Real Madrid, though. Some of his best international years were at Real Madrid.
When did he move to Real Madrid?
Was it Real Madrid when it was 2002 World Cup? Was that Real Madrid?
No.
Where was it there?
That was
was it Inter?
2005 or 6.
Was it Inter?
Yeah, I think so. Because he was injured and he came back in the summer.
Was it Inter? That 2002 World Cup when he ripped it up with Brazil.
So hold on. Let me see.
Find out where
actually, R9 moved to Real Madrid in August 2002, so after the World Cup.
So they bought him. They bought him when he was prime.
Well, he just came back from a 2-year injury.
Yeah,
that World Cup. He played 6 games all year.
He was immense in that World Cup. Immense. So yeah, I'm going R9. But also shout outs, I don't like the guy, Michael Owen. I'm going to shout out Michael Owen here because that prime Michael Owen, 18-year-old Michael Owen, won a Ballon d'Or.
Yeah. Oh, amazing player.
He was one of the scariest players I've ever seen in a Liverpool shirt in terms of that moment. Like, he was at that point, there was Ronaldo, in terms of R9 Ronaldo, and Owen. Owen was miles off in terms of that moment.
And Henry.
Henry, yeah. Three. But I still think that Owen had potential to be like R9 levels. And I'm being deadly serious. That's how good he was. Had that prime raw Michael Owen at 18. But then obviously injuries killed him, I think.
I
massively.
thought he was very good. But like R9, what would your three be? Out of curiosity, on Owen, R9 and Henry?
Oh, it's not even a question. R9's like different stratosphere, and then it'd be Henry, then it'd be Owen.
And then who's second?
Henry, and then Owen. But I think Owen could have become above Henry if he possibly stayed at Liverpool, or maybe injuries didn't kill him off at Real Madrid.
Maybe. Henry was a phenomenal player.
Henry was phenomenal, and that's not taking Henry away. I just think that 18-year-old Michael Owen was just ridiculous. He made scoring look just like it was a normal, like a game in the park. That goal he scored against Argentina for England will always be in my memory. Always be.
I was at the World Cup in 1998. So I wasn't at that game, but I was at the park and everything. It was
incredible. Absolutely incredible. But yeah, R9 is probably the shout there. Benzema does deserve his flowers. Suarez deserves his flowers, but also we didn't see the best of Suarez as long as enough. But R9, I think it's just not even a conversation on R9. And that's no disrespect to Suarez and manager. God, there's some good managers, isn't there? So the ones that we've seen, so the only one we can put up forward is probably Klopp. So I don't think he wins it.
Yeah, but who would you put on their side? Because they had Val Bosque, they've had Carlo Ancelotti, they've had Zidane.
I'd have to go.
Was Hiddink their manager as well?
Mourinho. I'd have to go, honestly, Carlo Ancelotti.
I'd go Zidane, personally.
Would you? Wow. See, between Mourinho and Ancelotti for me, but I still think Ancelotti deserves a bit more.
Ancelotti's a better manager, but I think Zidane, without the background of coaching, he won 3 Champions Leagues in a row. But I think most managers.
So play manager, then you got to play manager on your team. You play manager. Yeah. That's funny dynamics. But yeah, Ancelotti, Zidane. That's another one for the people watching this episode and for you to decide. Who's your manager? Pick our manager for us. We've named you the team. Our team is, well, we don't know the keeper yet. It's either Casillas or Alisson. It's up to you in the comments. Trent, Ramos, Van Dijk, Carlos. Midfield 3 of Modric, Gerrard, Zidane. And a front 3 of Salah, R9, CR7.
One thing. One player we didn't mention is Luis Figo.
We didn't. And we didn't. Or Rivaldo.
Rivaldo played for Barcelona.
I don't know why I said Rivaldo. I'm thinking of Brazil for some reason. Yeah, Luis Figo. Yeah, we didn't say Luis Figo.
Absolute
We didn't.
elite. One of my favourite players growing up. I think Salah now with the longevity and the goals and the output. But
Yeah,
Figo was an artist.
Yeah.
And he had a pig thrown at his head.
See, that he made it difficult for Salah. Figo. I forgot about Figo. I don't know why I forgot about Figo. Figo was unreal. And he was even unreal at Portugal as well. That Portuguese team was real nice. Even Rui Costa, Deco in middle. It's a good team, that. But yeah.
Do you still have Salah above him?
I still have Salah. I think that is that bias. But yeah, I still have Salah. Do you agree in the comments, guys? Get your comments in. Who is your team, combined team between Liverpool and Real Madrid all time of what you've seen, guys? If you're old school, if you've seen Kenny Dalglish, would you get him in there? If you've seen Graham Souness, would you get him in there? Let us know in the comments. Please like this channel, subscribe to the channel, like this video. If you love more of this content, please let us know. We're getting more quizzes out this week as well, so make sure you keep your eyes tuned, notification bells on, because we're going to get some more quizzes out this week. I know you guys love the quizzes, so please stay tuned and get your notification bells on. Thank you, guys. Enjoyed tonight's game, whether we win, lose, or draw. I know it's going to be an absolute cracker.